Did you enjoy getting the 5 for today, but also are you satisfied in getting so many wickets this year without needing those big hauls in terms of your consistency?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, I was happy with how it all came out today. I feel like I've been bowling well, especially the last couple of games. But yeah, today it felt like it all came together, and fortunately, a few nicks and. But yeah, to be honest, I haven't really. The stats keep coming up on the TV for the last year, and yeah, Australia Day and those kind of tests last year feels so long ago. So, even the Ashes feel a long time ago. So, I'm not really focused too much on the past. It's more what's ahead of me.
Just one on. I think the Henry Nicholls LBW was your first one in your past 70 Test wickets. Is LBW not really part of your thinking in terms of the lengths that you bowl, or is that sort of happenstance?
Was it? First LB, wow. None in England. Probably should have bowled fuller. I don't know. I feel like, a lot of the wickets are caught behind the wicket, or a few short balls. I feel like, when the wicket's pretty true, it's pretty hard to attack the stump sometimes. So that's always a challenge, trying to kind of get the ball in a position where you can get an LB or a bowled. But yeah, that surprised me because we always talk about trying to hit the top of the bails and that kind of height. So thanks for that. I'll work on that.
Pat, just you mentioned there about looking forward, not looking back. Did you want to bowl tonight? I mean, you only had to bowl 17 overs today. I'm just wondering how fresh you feel and were you ready and raring to go tonight, and how long will we have to wait tomorrow to see you guys?
Once we went out to bat again, no, not that keen to bowl tonight. I think it's still 2 days left in the game, so we're in no major rush. This morning I felt pretty good. Follow on. I hear the commentators and everyone talk about it a lot. It's still a massive decision. When you're that far in front of the game, to give kind of the other team a chance to get back into it. And I think I'd bowled 17 overs, which isn't huge, but suddenly if we have to have another couple of days out there, that's basically one innings of bowling, 40 or 50 overs, and good night's sleep, fresh at 'em tomorrow. Hopefully, can strike while we're a little bit fresher. But yeah, I don't know the plan tomorrow yet.
But you said that you felt good this morning and last 2 tests, but it actually looks like you are in rhythm most times you bowl, at least last year. So do you ever feel not in rhythm, and what are you looking for when you start a spell to know that, I am in rhythm now?
The first thing is probably I'm lucky that I've played so much. The more I play, the more, I guess there's probably less things that you have to think about. In terms of rhythm, it's easier to find. And I thought the Gabba against Pakistan, it's a bit more of a jump up there. I struggled with that. But the last couple of tests, I felt really good. Sorry, what was the second part of the question?
No, what do you have to do in a spell to when you know that, I am in rhythm?
I think every bowler has different cues. You've seen Starkey's got something written on his wrist. For me, I'm always just it's just a feel thing. I'm trying to build up my run up and make sure that I'm really balanced and everything's moving kind of straight down the wicket at release. Some days whether it's heavier legs, feel like you have to overstride, or your weight's a little bit back. So that's mainly my cues. It's all a feel thing, and normally when it's all kind of coming out together, it's those kind of days where you're not thinking about it, it just happens.
Pat, was it a concerted plan to bowl a bit fuller than how the Kiwis went about in your first innings?
We feel like it's a beautiful wicket to bowl on. It's a really good contest between bat and ball. It feels like there's a lot in it if you get it in the right areas. Our whole 50 or 60 overs, the ball, swung a little bit, but it certainly seemed the whole time. So in conditions like that, probably similar to England, you want to, get it up there and you feel like you're a chance of nicks behind, LBs and bowls. So, I thought, upon reflection, looking at their innings, probably just didn't challenge the top of the off stump as much as, our plan was out there.
And just on James Pattinson, did you kind of expect him to get back into the groove so quickly?
Yeah, we did. We all know how good Jimmy is. He's one of those guys, when you speak to, the Shield guys playing Shield cricket or county cricket, they just they speak of him as though he's, one of the best bowlers in the world, and we all know that. And to come out here in front of his home fans and for everyone to see that on TV rather than at Shield Cricket, it was great. He's just absolutely love having our team. He's a competitor and bowls 145 kilometres an hour, gets up for the challenge and nips the ball around. So he's a handful. Really happy for him.
I'd be interested to know, Pat, this on James. Were there times that you spoke to him during his injury layoffs and sort of what he had to go through and how to get through it? Because obviously you're someone who endured similar kind of challenges in your career.
Yeah, of course, and I think more so with Jimmy, the unknowns of having back surgery. I don't think there'd really been anyone in Australia that had done that before, and it's a pretty long time frame between injury and between surgery. Not only getting back, but Test cricket, you got to be prepared to bowl 50 overs in a week, and I think the patience he's shown, along with Cricket Victoria, he's had to say no to some Shield games to manage his loads over the last couple of years. But this was always the end goal, to get back to Test cricket, and he's done that, and he's right at the top of his game. So massive effort for him to get back.
It sort of serves a bit of a reminder too for, I guess, your three main quicks, that sort of depth that is there, because obviously if Josh was fit next week and it was a decider or whatever, it could also create a few headaches for selectors there.
Yeah, I think that's been really prevalent, especially the last 12 months. We speak a lot about this group of fast bowlers that we want to keep together, and the good thing is, fourth, fifth quick, someone like James, we know he's so good that even when he's not playing, we want to manage him to make sure he's right if someone comes in, and you've still got guys like Siddle, Nessa, what's his Jai Richardson. Sorry, he's he was an absolute find last summer, so. We've got plenty of guys around who are all fit and firing, and if you're bowling well, you're fit, you're always going to be a chance.
But a lot of players say there's always room for improvement. I'm sure you're the same, but how close how much improvement do you think is to come in your game? Because you're only 26 and playing 29 tests.
I feel like I'm always working on things, always trying to get a bit better. Some days, feel better than others, and it's just about trying to minimise those days where, rhythm aren't as good. But yeah, for me, I'm always working on things, whether it's trying to get my seam a little bit better or trying to swing the ball a bit more, trying to maintain pace. Yeah, all those things, it's kind of a constant battle of staying on top of plenty of things, but I don't know. I've had a pretty good run lately, so I can't see it getting too much better than what the last year's been. But hopefully, I can maintain it at that level.